Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and a very big welcome to any new visitors. I hope you find something you like here and that you'll consider subscribing to my channel. So it's a new month, and that means a new Take 5 Art Challenge journal page. So these are the prompts, and that first one really had me a little bit concerned. I wasn't comfortable with sharing my inner feelings publicly, but that's a barrier that I really need to break through myself. On the surface, I probably look pretty confident to everybody, but if you look below the surface, you'll find somebody who's always worrying and never really confident that they're good enough. And that's what I wanted to portray with the very first prompt and also I combined it with the figures from a magazine. So I've just chosen this page, which is where I've cleaned off some paint from a previous project, and what I'm going to do is use the stencil to put what looks like, well, when you use a stencil it looks like bubble wrap. So sometimes I feel that I need to be wrapped in bubble wrap, so I've put some bubble wrap dots, so to speak, all over the page here. A few on the other side as well. I've been designing some digital papers just recently. I'm getting into junk journaling, and I had been making papers for myself to use, and then I thought, well, I'll give it a go and see if I can sell some on Etsy. So I've just opened an Etsy store. So that in the deep down inside me, I just wonder whether I've wasted my money by buying the images that I bought, because I wanted to make sure I wasn't breaching any copyright. So I bought commercial licenses for images, and I opened my shop up the other day. I think I've got 6 products in there so far. I didn't realise how time consuming it was going to be, but yeah, so in the back of my mind I'm thinking, am I going to be successful? Again, you know, there's so many people that are already doing that, so that's sort of eating away at me. So that's part of what my portrayal is going to be in this journal page. So the paper was originally painted with acrylic paint, and then I used acrylic paint to do the dots, and now I'm using gelato crayon to go around the outside of the page, just to create a bit of a frame. So that's my first figure. I'm going to cut her down a bit. She's too big to fit under the piece of black paper, and I ended up just cutting it back so you only see her head anyway. So she's my worrying figure, and this is my confident person, which is Cate Blanchett. I don't know who the model is, this girl here, I have no idea, but she's my inner worrying person, trembling away in the dark. So I'm trying to decide which way I want this to go, and I end up putting the black down first and sticking her picture onto the black, and then Kate's picture onto the other black, and that becomes a lift up. So you've got the confidence on the outside, but when you lift up and look inside, you have the scared little person inside. So I'm just at this point laying this down. Anyway, getting back to my paper thing, I've called my shop Lily Pilly Paper Lady, and the reason I chose that was because when I look out my window where I do all my paper designing, there's a lovely little lily pilly tree there, and I did want to use the name Lily Pilly Creations, but that must have been taken. There is no shop at the moment, but someone else must have used that in the past. There's a link to that shop in my on my homepage. So I've stuck down my first picture, and I'm just attaching the picture of Kate onto the second piece of black paper, and I hinge that with washi tape above the other photo. So I'm just going to fast forward that through a little bit. Another of the prompts is to doodle, so I'm doing a bit of writing on these pieces of paper around the faces, and then I'll doodle some flowers with my white gel pen. For the next prompt that I do, which is the cutout letters or collaged letters, I've gone through magazines and books and found a whole heap of words and put them together and written a letter to myself, ransom note style, with all different fonts and sizes. What I've written is, "Dear Self, I thought that I should write to you to say that, ready or not, I'd like to make a new start, setting sail for adventure and be daring. From now on I will be better. I hope you understand. Lots of love, me." I glued it onto book pages first and then tore it up and inked it and put it onto the journal page. So then I've just doodled around the outside as well. And also the last thing I attached to the page is a piece of book spine, which is sort of a bit symbolic of you need a bit of spine to be able to be successful. So this is my finished page. Thanks for watching. I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. I'll be back in about a week's time with a new landscape painting. I'm thinking about doing it live, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.